Colin Allred knows a thing or two about tough fights. He's squared off against January 6th insurrectionists. He's faced opponents on the football field with the Tennessee Titans and in courtrooms as a civil rights lawyer. This year, he's facing another tough fight, taking on Ted Cruz for the U.S. Senate in Republican-dominated Texas. Democrats have made serious inroads in the past, but face formidable challenges in a state where Republicans have actively worked to suppress Democratic votes in big cities. In the 4 years since the last presidential election, Texas has become unapologetically hostile to women. Texas Republicans banned almost all abortions, even for rape or incest, which has led to an increase in infant mortality. They successfully blocked abortion pills until the Supreme Court punted the case on a technicality. And just yesterday, Texas got the Supreme Court to allow them to block hospitals from providing emergency care for pregnant women who are in danger of dying just because it violates their state's abortion ban. Senator Cruz is a rabid foe of reproductive rights. He does not support exemptions for rape. He's called the repeal of Roe, quote, a victory for life, and he's co-sponsored a national abortion ban. Cruz, who spends 3 days a week hosting a podcast, has been oddly shy, though, about his views on women's rights lately. Meanwhile, Colin Allred has built a broad bipartisan coalition that includes Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Republicans Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney. Colin Allred, Texas Congressman and Democratic candidate for Senate, joins me now. Colin, it's good to see you. Ted Cruz, he has not been shy about his anti-abortion policies. Take a look.
I believe this is a moment for incredible celebration. This is a momentous moment. This has been 49 years in the coming.
We should protect every life from the moment of conception. When it comes to rape is a horrific crime against the humanity of a person and needs to be punished and punished severely. But at the same time, as horrible as that crime is, I don't believe it's the child's fault.
I mean, Colin, I'm kind of stuck on the rape is bad, but the fact that the but comes after that is disqualifying. But do you hear it? It's the sound of silence. It's crickets coming from Ted Cruz.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, Katie. And, as you said, he's a content machine. I mean, he's constantly podcasting and going on, cable news. And for him to be quiet on something means that he knows that what he has done, Texas women, is a problem for him. And let's be very clear, he is singularly responsible for what we're experiencing in Texas. He put the judges at the district court level, the circuit court level, and the Supreme Court level, knowing they were going to do this. He backed in primaries here in Texas more extreme candidates, often against mainstream candidates at the state level, knowing they would put in place these laws at the state level. As you just showed, he called for and celebrated the Dobbs decision. And now when Texas women, whether it's Amanda Zorowski or Lauren Miller, both friends of mine, came to the United States Senate to testify before his committee, he didn't show up. And when Texas outlets are reaching out to him to get responses to what's happening in our state, he won't respond. But on November 5th, he's going to hear from those Texas women and from our state when we beat them.
Last week, Cook Political Report shifted its rating for your race from, quote, likely Republican to lean Republican. So, Colin, why is this race different than previous races that were Democratic heartbreakers?
Yeah. Well, it's about our future. It really is. And it's about how we can't afford 6 more years of Ted Cruz. And as you mentioned, I've had a few tough fights in my life. It's actually quite unusual that I'm even speaking to you. I was raised by a single mom here in Dallas. It was a big deal for us that I got a scholarship to play football. I made it to the NFL, became a voting rights lawyer, and I ran for Congress against a 22-year incumbent who had been unopposed in the previous election, and nobody thought I could beat him either. So I've got a track record of overcoming, obstacles. And I see this as something that for our state, we cannot have 6 more years of someone like Ted Cruz, who goes to Cancun when we need him most, who tries to overturn an American presidential election, who is only in this for himself. And every Texan knows that he's only interested in himself. But it'd be one thing if he was pursuing policies that would help our state. But what he has done has put us in this position that we're in now, and that's why we're going to reject him. And I hope folks will go to colinallred.com and get involved with us, because we're a big state. We've been a non-voting state. We got to get out the vote, and when we do, we're going to win.
So I've got less than a bit, but I did want to ask you, how do you battle then the voter suppression, though, that is rampant in your home state of Texas? Because Republicans have kind of cornered the market in your state and trying to make sure that those votes just don't count.
Well, we have to make sure that folks know how to vote in Texas, not just to go vote, and that is part of our burden. But I'm seeing increasingly that Texans are seeing how hard they're working to stop us from voting. And they're saying, well, if they're trying to stop me, then it must be that my vote is powerful. And so I think they're triggering a backlash in many parts of our state, whether it's in Houston that they've been targeting for so long, or in San Antonio that they've been targeting recently, or up here in North Texas. There's going to be a backlash to this, and we're going to overcome it together. And we're going to beat Ted Cruz and turn the page and give us a senator who care about all 30 million of us. And then we'll get to work at the federal level in restoring a woman's right to choose by codifying Roe v. Wade and passing the John Lewis Voting Rights Act to prevent some of this nonsense from happening again.
Congressman Colin Allred, thank you for being here. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.